I'm gonna do a chicken entree for you guys. It's called spinach stuffed chicken with raspberry sauce. And what you need to do first is you need to, the recipe calls for 8 chicken breasts. So I've got 8 5-ounce chicken breasts here, and we're gonna pound them lightly just to spread them out a little bit, make them a little thinner and easier to roll. So what I have down here is my chicken breast, and what I like to do is I like to put it in a heavy duty Ziploc bag so it doesn't break. And I don't know if you can tell, there's a kind of like, it's not really a skin, but it is on one side and more fleshy on the other. I like to have the skin side up. And because I have this kind of a mallet, I don't want to use either one of the texture sides, so I'm going to use the side of it. And I kind of start in the middle. I'm doing this by the sink because the nasty chicken juices and stuff, I want to make sure that I can sterilize everything before we go to the next step. See, so I'm making that chicken breast a little bit bigger. We don't want it excessively big, just enough to hold some ingredients. All right, so that goes in there. This goes in my bowl. And I'm going to put this in the sink now, but we're going to throw that away. So here, I'll have to wash my hands again. I'll have to cut the chicken again anyway, so. All right, I'll come back and I'll clean and sanitize my counter here. But let's get going on the chicken entree. So now that I sanitized my counter, I brought everything over here to this side of the kitchen. So we're gonna make the filling here. So I'll bring it down here so you can see. I've got my chicken breast ready to go. I've got my bacon slices. So the filling started with spinach. I think it was about 10 ounces, and I chopped it pretty fine. And to that, we're gonna add a cup of shredded Swiss. Now this Swiss looks really big, but because I shred it at the store with my big commercial shredder, so it's quite large, but it'll still work. And then we want a good cup of Parmesan cheese, grated Parmesan cheese. And then we want 2 eggs, and this is kind of a binder just to keep the cheeses and the spinach pies kind of bound together. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and use my hands and just slowly incorporate that egg mixture with my cheese. Now this is a really messy recipe, but hey, sometimes those are the best. So I'm just trying to get everything incorporated, get that egg throughout everything so it kind of, sticks together is what I'm looking for. All right. And like I said, this is going to be a messy job, but it'll be good. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to try to just guess 8 portions of this mixture, this stuffing, and I'm going to put it in the middle of the chicken breast and kind of roll them up. So here's my pan, here's my chicken. So remember I showed you that skin part? I like to use the fleshy part. I'm just gonna guess that's how much we're gonna put in there, okay? We're just gonna kind of roll it up like that, all right? And then put it in the pan. All right, we're gonna put 4 on one side and 4 on the other. And hopefully, I guess pretty good about filling. Now the chicken is not going to wrap all the way upon itself. It's just gonna kind of meet, but that's okay because we're gonna wrap it with bacon and that's gonna help it stick together. Again, I'm using the kind of a skin side out. I think it just gives a prettier presentation. got 2 more chicken breasts. So we did pretty good here, didn't we? Whoop. All right. So, and whatever you have left here after this mess, right? You can just kind of stick in between the chicken breast here. Because when that bakes, it's gonna stick together. And I'll try to clean this off a little bit. It's not extremely important. It does look a little nicer when the spinach is not on top. All right, I'm gonna get rid of my dirty pans. Okay, now that I've washed my pans and washed my hands again, I'm going to I have some thick bacon here, and we're going to cut the pieces in half, and we're just gonna tuck it like that. Let's put them on a diagonal. That looks kind of cute. So this is, like I said, thick cut bacon. Cut them in half and kind of put them on a diagonal and tuck them in like that. I'm going to quick wash my hands again. And then what we like to do is just sprinkle it with some pepper, just to give it some other, it's not really texture or anything, but I think it looks nice. And this is, of course, the coarse ground restaurant style pepper. So it looks really pretty after it's baked. So I've got the oven preheated at 350. We're gonna bake this for a good hour. You want not the interior, because that's got the stuffing, but that's gotta be at least 180. But make sure that your chicken is done at least 180, but it should take about an hour. I'll cover it with aluminum foil and we'll see what it looks like in 60 minutes. So I just took the spinach stuffed chicken out of the oven. Doesn't that look yummy? So I just kind of want to show you how we serve it at the tea room. We start with the scoop of rice. And then, let's see, which one do we want? This one? See how that mixture's baked together? Look at how nice and juicy this is. Put that on top. Add just a little bit of liquid to it, and then we are going to top it with some raspberry sauce. And there you go, spinach stuffed chicken with raspberry sauce. Yummy.